Welcome to episode 22 of Sealed Saturdays. It is Saturday, July 10th, and today we're opening some Modern Horizons 2. Modern Horizons 2 is the newest straight-to-modern expansion, featuring several unique new cards, as well as many pre-modern cards being printed into the format. We'll be opening something a little different than normal for this episode, as we've secured set booster boxes for this set. Set boosters come with more rares, less commons, and occasionally cards off a select list of reprints, so that should make the sealed deck builds extra spicy. We're using 6 of these to build a sealed pool, trying to build whatever archetypes we can with the cards in our pool. Now let's get to opening these packs and building our deck. So in pack number 1, we have... I can't even open this. It must be a good pack. It's hard to open. So in pack number 1, we've got 1 art card, 1 basic land, a Shattered Ego, a Hard Evidence, a Vile Entomber, a Timeless Witness, which is a throwback to Eternal Witness, just better. It's a ridiculously good card. A Clattering Augur, a Legion Vanguard, an Underworld Hermit, a Verdant Command, a Chance Encounter, another Underworld Hermit, a Tragic Fall, and a Scroll Token. Well, looks like it's going to be a black week. Based on pack 1 entirely. Pack 2, we've got an art card, a foil basic land, another Hard Evidence, a Crack Open, a Partial Mirror, a Floodhound, a Burdened Aerialist, a Wave Sifter, a Blessed Respite, a Usury, a Fortune's Flame, a Mishra's Factory, an Ornithopter of Paradise, a foil Abundant Harvest, and a food token. Pack number 3. Got an art card, a foil mountain, a Bannerhide Kushrock, a Duskshell Caller, a Smell Fear, Urban Daggertooth, a Phantasmal Dreadmaw, a Feast of Sanity, a Dress Down, a Gaia's Will, there's Yawgmoth's Will, but in green, a Sea Drake, an Aethersworn Sphinx, foil Aeromoeba, and a Noble Benefactor, which is a card off the list. Okay, if Noble Benefactor is put into the graveyard from play, each player may search his or her library for any card and put that card into their hand. Oh, that seems pretty good. If it dies, you get to tutor. Might be playing that one. Pack number 4. With this art card, a basic mountain, an Orchard Strider, a Glimmer Baron, an Ethereum Spinner, a Step Through, a Caprichrome, not our first white card, a Slag Strider, a Nykthos Paragon, oh, a beautiful full art Grist the Hungering Tide. Alright, so definitely a black-green week, Aquarian Ranger, a Nested Shambler, foil Old Bordered Ornithopter of Paradise, and a Spike Weaver, which is another card off the list, actually. That's number 5. Got a art card, a Swamp, a Crack Open, a Partial Mirror, a Floodhound, Burdened Aerialist, another Wave Sifter, a Squirrel Sanctuary, a Ravenous Squirrel, a Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth, a Patriarch's Bidding, which is a nice new to modern reprint, a Squirrel Sovereign, a foil Tavern Scoundrel, and a Crab Token. I think this may be the week for squirrels. I think we're going blue, green, black. We're going some Sultai Squirrel with a art card in pack 6, a Plains, Phantasmal Dreadmaw, a Lose Focus, a Mental Journey, a Recalibrate, a Batterbone, a Goblin Trap Runner, a Junk Winder, Ignoble Hierarch, and a Shardless Agent, a Nested Shambler, and a foil Arcbound Mouser, a Beast Token. Let's get these tokens and these basic land art cards out of the way. And then we can get to building this week's deck. I'm going to just toss out all these white cards. We got 3. And the red cards. We're not playing with white and red today. There's 7 white and red cards. I don't think so. The Aethersworn Sphinx, we don't have enough artifacts to support. That's an easy cut. 2 Wave Shifters Grist. I think I might want to. We might splash this this Yusri. Batterbone, not the greatest card. Yavimaya is great. It'll take a forest slot. Mishra's Factory also is a cut. Blue cards. Let's see. Well, Junk Wilder is great for tokens. I think that's what blue green's all about. Let's see, what else do we have that makes tokens? Ooh, Ethereum Spinner. Ordinary make tokens. Parcel mirrors are great. These hard evidences are nice. For some early token synergies. Shattered Ego is kind of a removal spell. The Parcel Mirrors, Ethereum Sculptors. These cards I want. These cards. Maybe the Mental Journey is playable. The rest of these seem pretty bad. Noble Benefactors of potential. That'll go in the maybe pile. In black, we've got 2 Nested Shamblers. Because this Tragic Fall is a nice piece of removal. The Underworld Hermits are very interesting. Although we don't really have a lot of ways to get lots of black devotion. I like the Chittering Augur. Tragic Fall and the 2 Nested Shamblers. So not a lot of black here, actually. Unless any of these are insects. No insects here. And then from the black pile, I love the Ignoble Hierarch. I love the Squirrel Sovereign, the Ravenous Squirrel, Squirrel Sanctuary. Spike Weaver is interesting. Fortune Strider is a good card. Smell Fears are great. This is good. Verdant Command, Timeless Witness. I think that's enough to get us started. I think this is a decent pile. Let's separate. Let's spread it out now. Okay. 1 drops, 2 drops, 1 drops, 4, 2, 4, 2. Technically bigger. This is like Squirrel Aggro. Bigger. This is a 3. This is a 3. Bigger. Whoa. We got a lot more cards out of here than I expected. Ornithopters of Paradise are also a 2-drop. We got lots of Mana Dorks, too. So, cut time. I think I want to get rid of things that don't make tokens. And I think this Shattered Ego is probably going to be bad. That's going to be an easy cut. None of these cards, none of our 2-drops are bad in terms of getting cascaded into off a Shardless. The Mental Journey. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. That's a lot of cuts. That's, yeah, we might just cut this at 4. I think that Junkwinder and Grist just lets us tap down a creature every turn. Yeah, because it just makes Grist makes removal great. Makes the removal great, especially with things like the Nested Shambler and the Squirrel Sanctuary. We just get to sacrifice a creature, return the Squirrel Sanctuary. The Wave Sifters are great. Basic land cycling is pretty good. I think we take the Mental Journey out, actually. We might actually cut this Yusri. Although, I think it's a free roll. Because we've got the Ignoble Hierarch and the 2 Ornithopters already that can produce red. Plus the basic land cyclers, plus Burdened Aerialist treasure tokens. Yeah, I think it's just I think that's just free. Smell Fear is kind of the Smell Fear and the Tragic Fall are kind of our only removal cards. Clattering Augur isn't the best in this, although it is a nice sack recursion outlet to Grist. So that's a thought. It also lets us draw a card if we cascade you into it. So difficult to make these decisions, especially in such a deck that, especially in a pile of cards that gives us such high synergies. Yeah, especially with the Ravenous Squirrel, let's just sack things. Like a lot of this deck sacrifices things for value. This is a lot more difficult build than I expected, because there's so many synergies in what's sitting on the table. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So there's still 5 more cuts. That's a lot. I think we cut the usury. For sure. It makes our mana better. I don't need to run a basic. The no benefactor is a good thing to get sacrificed. The only sacrifice we really have is the grist. And it also lets our opponent tutor, right? Yeah, it's each player. So I think we cut that. We don't want our opponent to go grab their best thing to get rid of our... Yeah, we don't want our opponent to go get their best card. Considering if we already have a grist out, we have one of our best cards in play. So we'll just get to go get an answer, which seems pretty bad. So that was a decent cut. And then I think maybe one of these top end cards, maybe the Orchard Strider. Like, our mana is probably going to be good enough with the 2 Ornithopters and Ignoble. Ignoble is just an extra green source, I guess. But I can't see not running it. Let's just play like a turn 2 bigger card. A turn 2 3-drop. Like turn 2 Shardless Agent would be nice. If it was a regular Noble Hierarch, would be even better because it fixes our mana at the same time. This fits, like, these all fit in the 2-drop slot as well. So we're not really as top heavy as it's expected, because we can always evoke the Wave Shifters or Cycle. The question is, being a Sultai deck now, instead of a 4-color deck, do I need 2 Ornithopters? Or can I cut one? We've got lots of ways to get clue tokens, which is nice. We get 2 hard evidence that gives us clues. The 2 Wave Shifters give us clues. So lots of draw card. Kind of want to cut a Parcel Mirror. Although it does have synergies with the Ravenous Squirrel. Actually, it just gives counters. So we can cut one of these. I think our 2-drop slot is where we're going to cut stuff. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I almost want to go in and cut like an Ethereum Spinner, because we only have few top end cards. We're not playing the Affinity game, but it does make a lot of tokens, which is kind of what we're planning on here. And this whenever we sacrifice a token, yeah. So these are more often than not be flyers with this. The Bannerhide Kershaw is kind of a card we don't want, actually. Let's do that. Let's cut that one. 4/4 trample is nice, but we don't have any way to... It's just a 4/4 trample for 4 that has some graveyard abilities. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So we're 1 card over. I want to say one of these Ornithopters. We're going to cut one of these Ornithopters, I think. I think we're okay with only having the 1 Ornithopter. Because again, we get mana fixing off the Aerialist, we get the mana fixing off the Yavimaya for the green, and the mana fixing off... And we have lots of card draw with clues. I think this is more of our Sultai deck. Now we just need some lands. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 black cards, 5 black cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 black cards. I'm going to start with 3 swamps here. Because we've also got the Ignoble. Well, the Ignoble actually does fix our mana. It's a black-green dork. Right. So I'm going to start with 3 swamps. And 5 forests, including the Yavimaya. And 5 islands. Where'd my islands go? Let me just build a blue deck. Alright. 3, 4, and 5 islands. So it's 5, 10, 13 lands. And maybe just one more of each. 6, 6, 4. And then add one more. Knowing that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, what? 12, mostly green cards, so, Then we go one more swamp, 2 more forests, and 1 more island. Does this make sense? 3, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17. I think green is going to be a more important color, although we want blue fairly early too. We kind of want blue, green, black within 2 turns, which is kind of a difficulty. And with only 6 blue sources, I don't think that's actually going to be enough. Because we have any blue mana dorks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is where we do run into issues. Because, like, these 2 produce black, but we need green to get it. So black, I think we're okay on with 4, 5, 6. And then we've got 3, 6 blue. And then 3, 6, 7, 8 green. I think this is going to be better if we swap 1 forest for 1 island. So we'll do this. The mana base for this deck is very unforgiving. Because you very often want to see any of these 3 colors on turn 1. And I think actually doing this may be a better ploy. Because then it doesn't really matter as much what we see on turn 1 because we have extra mana dorks to get it on turn 2. And we take our burden off black. So I do like that better. Because we more often than not want blue-green on 2. Blue-green on 2 lets us cast Hard Evidence, either any of the 1-drops, any of the blue or blue 2-drops, including the Wave Sifters and and Cycle the Orchard Strider. And then turn 3 is where we can do kind of whatever with mana fixing, or we can skip turn 2 if we end up getting the Ignoble. Ignoble on 1 plus Island gives us all 3 colors, and a turn 2 a 3-drop. So I think this is actually better with the Ornithopters. They're probably our worst Cascade hit. Being like this. And Timeless Witness gets back, whatever we need. Yeah, I like this much better. Cutting the 1 Nested Shambler. Because Nested Shambler only really has synergies with Grist and the Ravenous Squirrel. Otherwise, it's just a 1/1 that dies and makes a token. It does make a Squirrel token, though, so it does make our Squirrel Sovereign better, but I think the one thing this deck is lacking is removal. I'm just going to rely heavily on the Grist for that. It is a relatively creature-heavy deck with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 creatures is pretty nice. The Junk Winder is kind of a game ender. And we do the Yavimaya, which will allow some of these lands to be better, because it makes everything a forest. But that is our deck for this week, and next we'll be back with another episode. We're not sure what we're going to do yet. Maybe we'll do a viewer poll. So be sure to like, subscribe, and come back next week and check it out.